Welcome, weary travelers. Martha is Dead plunges players into a chilling world of psychological horror set against the backdrop of World War II Italy. We follow Julia, a young woman grappling with the sudden death of her twin sister, Martha, and disturbing events that unfold in its wake. This brief video essay will delve into the game's exploration of guilt, identity, and the fragility of reality, analyzing key themes, symbols, and the historical context that shapes this haunting narrative. From the outset, the game establishes a pervasive atmosphere of unease. The idyllic Italian countryside is tainted by the shadow of war, and the family's secluded farmhouse becomes a stage for secrets and simmering tensions. Julia, our protagonist, is immediately burdened by guilt. Was it her fault that Martha, the favorite twin, is dead? This question hangs heavy in the air, amplified by the mother, Irene, whose cruel words and blatant favoritism towards Martha have clearly scarred Julia deeply. The game masterfully uses folklore to enhance the sense of dread. The White Lady, a spectral figure from Italian legend, haunts the narrative. She is traditionally seen as an omen of misfortune, appearing to those about to experience tragedy. In Martha's Dead, her appearances are strategically placed to heighten suspense and reflect Julia's deteriorating mental state. Does she appear before key events, acting as a harbinger of doom? Or is she a manifestation of Julia's growing guilt and paranoia, figment of her troubled mind? Adding another layer of complexity is the camera, a tool that becomes both a window into the past and a potential source of distortion. Julia, following in her father's footsteps, is an avid photographer. The camera allows her to document events, but it also raises questions about the nature of truth and perception. Can we trust what we see through the lens? Is Julia's photography a way to capture reality, or is it a means of manipulating it? The act of taking photos, developing them in the darkroom, becomes a metaphor for Julia's own attempts to process her trauma and construct a narrative that she can understand. The lake where Martha's body is discovered serves as a potent symbol throughout the game so far. Water often represents the subconscious or the unknown, and the lake in Martha's Dead is no exception. It is a place of secrets where the truth lies submerged, waiting to be uncovered. The reflections in the water further emphasize the theme of distorted reality, suggesting that what we see on the surface may not be the whole story. Is the lake a metaphor for Julia's own submerged memories and repressed emotions, threatening to overwhelm her? The historical context of World War II adds another dimension to the narrative. The war casts a long shadow over the characters' lives, creating a sense of uncertainty and paranoia. Eric, Julia's father, is a Nazi officer, a fact that introduces moral ambiguity and raises questions about his potential involvement in Martha's death. Is he complicit in some way, or is he simply a man caught in the gears of a larger conflict? The war also serves to highlight the social pressures on women during that era. Irene's behavior, her adherence to traditional gender roles, and the harsh judgment of Julia reflects the restrictive expectations placed upon women in 1940s Italy. As the game progresses, Julia's grip on reality weakens. She assumes Martha's identity, blurring the lines between the two sisters. Is this a desperate attempt to cope with the trauma of losing her twin? Or is it a manifestation of a deeper psychological breakdown? The nightmares that plague Julia, filled with disturbing imagery and cryptic messages, further suggest a descent into madness. The line between what is real and what is imagined becomes increasingly blurred, leaving the player to question the veracity of Julia's memories and the events unfolding before them. The ending of the first part of the game leaves us with more questions than answers. Who killed Martha? Was it an accident, a suicide, or a cold assassination? The suspects are numerous: a political rival, the Italian resistance, the emotionally abusive mother, the distant Nazi father, even Julia herself. Tormented by guilt and possibly suffering from a fractured psyche, the search for the key to unlock the door and return to the lake sets the stage for further investigation and potential revelations. Will Julia confront the truth about her sister's death, or will she continue to spiral into a world of delusion and self-deception? Martha's Dead, so far, is a masterclass in psychological horror, weaving together themes of guilt, identity, and the distortion of reality. Through its haunting atmosphere, symbolic imagery, and complex characters, the game forces players to confront uncomfortable truths about family, trauma, and the human psyche. As we continue to follow Julia's journey, we are left to grapple with the unsettling question: how well can we ever truly know ourselves, the people closest to us, when reality itself is so easily shattered? I hope you join me next time as I journey further into the dark secrets of Martha's Dead. Till next time, weary traveler.